If you're an Airbnb host with multiple properties, you probably have something called a channel manager, whether it's Guesty or Hospitable, HostAway, Lodgify. Today is a video all about channel managers, some pro tips on how to use channel managers to increase your booking percentages, your ADR, automate parts of your business, and even some of my favorite features that some channel managers have. I'm an Airbnb host just like you, and I've been a host for 11 years. And before I started using technologies like channel managers, I was getting phone calls at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every single night with my portfolio of over 100 properties. I needed to make a change just like you. The first thing that we need to talk about with channel managers in 2026 is for those of you who already use one, there's something that's been breaking lately that I've discovered recently with my pricing company, Revande. There are channel managers like IGMS and HostAway, and even market research products like AirDNA that are all trying to add their own dynamic pricing systems inside of their softwares to try to get your data or to value add you, to get you to pay more money. Even my channel manager, Guesty, uses Price Optimizer. Now, the important thing for you here is to know that if you use Price Labs, you're sending your Price Labs data through your channel manager first, and then the data goes to Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, Whimstay, amazing OTA, by the way, get your listing on Whimstay. But why this is so important for you is if your channel manager adds a dynamic pricing software, Price Labs is going to push prices to Guesty or HostAway or IGMS, and then it's going to overwrite that with its own dynamic pricing software, and then it's going to send that to your Airbnb listing. Over the last month, I have hosts that I've done pricing for in Revande that have added on these features by accident and have shut off the Revande service in way of activating IGMS's smart pricing. And we've had to go into someone's channel manager where they had no clue they had the setting on. We've had to dig out the setting and shut it off. So be careful. If you use Price Labs, do not turn on a dynamic pricing tool with your channel manager. And since I'm giving you warnings first, here's a little bit of wisdom. Channel managers do a lot of cool things, but just because it can do it and just because it should do it, when your software doesn't do what it's supposed to do, you do not stop your whole company to try to get that widget fixed. Your guest comes first. Solve the problem old school. Never be afraid of running your company without your software. Even though you're paying for one, your guest deserves service more than you deserve working software, okay? But with that said, let's talk about some cool features. My favorite channel manager feature exists inside of Guesty. I'm a pricing nerd, and even though I don't use Guesty Price Optimizer, it's a pretty cool piece of software, I still prefer to use Price Labs, because there's a lot of data in there. But that aside, as part of my pricing plan, Guesty still has something called promotions. Since Guesty is like one of the most premier channel managers on the planet, they have all these API connections, just crazy premium API connections with Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, Expedia. And what I get to do is I get to go into Guesty and I get to add length of stay discounts, last minute discounts for all of the channels into one section. And Guesty so far is really the only channel manager that I've seen that has this. There are other cheaper channel managers out there like Hospitable, and HostAway isn't even that much more cheap, and IGMS and all these other softwares that don't do this. And so since I have so many listings that I manage that have multi-channel distribution, I needed a one-stop shop for non-Airbnb discounts. Because on Airbnb, there's rule sets, which are really powerful, but we needed something like that. And Guesty has given us a cool solution for it. So you can find the promotion section inside of Guesty and make changes to VRBO and Booking.com. Now, here's another warning for you. 11 years of experience, a lot of warnings. If you use Guesty's promotions, it will overwrite your Airbnb rule sets. So if you use Airbnb rule sets on Airbnb to change length of stay or do some cool discounts like the stuff that I teach in my pricing school and some of my free pricing videos, if you ever go into Guesty and change an Airbnb discount, Guesty is going to make a rule set and apply it to your calendar, but by way of doing that, it's going to wipe anything that exists that Guesty hasn't made. Softwares do this all the time. So if you were me doing something with a channel manager, you'd still use the Airbnb rule sets because I love those. And then you'd go into Guesty and just do all the promotions for the non-Airbnb channels, is what I'm taking a long time to say. If that feature matters to you, there's going to be a link down below that you can sign up for Guesty, try Guesty out. I highly recommend it for any serious operator who manages their own prices. Now, here's some software features that most everybody has. You can schedule messages and you can schedule them conditionally. Airbnb allows you to schedule some messages, but they don't have the features like this. If we look at Guesty's platform, for example, you can set scheduled messages if someone books same day, if someone books for one day, if they book multiple days in advance, if they book a certain number of days. There's all sorts of different conditions. You can set it for one listing, for listings in a group, or for all listings. Now what this does is this allows you to do something that I call hyper segmentation. For example, this Airbnb right here is next to a place called Village Baking Co. in Dallas. Amazing pretzel croissants, by the way. And because it's so good, we use it in our 5-star review hyper segmentation conversation. That was a really long set of words, but you get what I'm saying, okay? We're trying to get some 5-star reviews and we're gonna dangle this pretzel croissant to get the job done. So before someone arrives to this listing, there's gonna be a message that says, oh, before I forget, if you have time, go check out Village Baking Co. for this pretzel croissant. Inside a guestie, Village Baking Co. is a variable, and then pretzel croissant is another variable. And so we've been able to set this up using variables that can be duplicated for other listings. For example, I've got these apartments downtown next to Starship Bagel. And Starship Bagel is a variable that we've changed out for that one. And their Millennial Falcon Bagel thing is the recommended item. So we've got recommended place and recommended item. And these are two examples of taking the same automated message and hyper segmenting it with custom variables for 2 separate locations. And then after someone checks out, we send them a message and say, hey, how was your item at location? So how was your pretzel croissant at the Village Baking Co.? What'd you think? Instead of saying, hey, could you leave us a 5-star review? We're actually just trying to get them to respond to us through these automated messages. And then on the back end, once someone responds, yes, no, liked it, didn't like it, we can then have a custom conversation based on the fact that they're talking to us now. Now you can do this with a human, you can do this with an AI, that's for a different video. But the key here is we're using hyper-segmented and hyper-customizable messages to create a conversation that allows us then to ask for a 5-star review in a way that doesn't seem cliche to the guest. Because one thing that will upset the guest the most is if they had a bad stay and feel like you weren't really available for them, you start sending them automated messages asking for a 5-star review, they will out of spite leave you a 1-star review. And we want to avoid that. We want to prevent negative reviews just as much as we want to encourage positive ones. And so customized messages is a really powerful way to get this done. And if you have a positive conversation with the guest, that's the only time then that you ask for a positive review. If the guest was upset, you try to solve their problem and you don't ask for a review, you just let it go. Let that be one of the non-review customers. Of course, this seems obvious, but for those of you that are new here, channel managers merge calendars. That's the main thing that they do. And so to prevent double bookings, if you got a booking on VRBO, the channel manager will be the central source of truth for all of your reservations. And because of this, there's a lot of powerful things that you can do. Because they're connected to your channels, you can choose to mark up some channels a little bit or discount some channels a little bit, whether you like the channel or what their service fees are. And a lot of people make a mistake with this because Airbnb changed their split fee structure for people using a channel manager lately. And if you're using a channel manager, you probably have made a mistake. If you're new to channel managers, don't make this one. You have probably marked up your service fee on Airbnb 15.5% or something like that. Well, you never did that with VRBO or Booking.com. Now your Airbnb prices are inefficient, and your VRBO and Booking.com prices are probably 10 or 12% different or 15% different than the Airbnb ones. This is a big swing. And so a savvy traveler who wants to get the best deal can go on Google and find out that your Airbnb listing is 15% more, and they'll book the cheaper opportunity. So for us, price perfection, we want all of our rates to be more similar, and we want our direct booking site to be slightly cheaper than everybody else. A way that you can look at this is we have families of service fees. Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com are all in the same range, 15 to 18% total fees. Wimstay has only like a 5% service fee. It's one of the cheapest out there. Really cool. And then your direct booking site has no service fee. Cool, right? So what we can do is we can make certain offsets for this. You can raise your prices for all of them, Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, all about the same amount, maybe 10%. You can raise your prices for Wimstay maybe about 3% because the service fee is nil. And then your direct bookings will have no markups, making your direct bookings technically the cheapest. So now all of your prices are much more close together, but reflect your costs. So somebody is going to book directly whenever possible with you this way, using your channel manager's markups. And if somebody wants to book where you have to pay a 15% fee, they'll spend about an extra 12%. This is the best way to design your markups. Don't just arbitrarily mark up Airbnb 15% because Airbnb upset you with one of their changes. Another really cool thing about channel managers is it allows you to get on Booking.com, where I would not recommend that you get on Booking.com otherwise. They have something called payments by booking. It's like a merchant of record, the same way that Airbnb just automatically charges stuff and then they pay you later, but Airbnb is responsible for chargebacks and things. Airbnb has always been this way. But Booking.com, since it was built for hotels, they don't necessarily collect any money, but they allow a guest to block your calendar, and then a guest is supposed to show up, and you're supposed to manage that, and then Booking.com is going to ask you for your commission. Every new host that has ever onboarded, myself included, multiple times, a Booking.com guest blocks my calendar, does not show up, does not pay me, and then Booking.com asks me for money. We don't want this to happen. So if you go to Guesty, you can create an account on Booking.com through Guesty. It's the easiest way to get your listings live, and then Guesty will create those listings. You can create conditions where you won't accept bookings on Booking.com unless Booking.com charges the customer. This is the most important thing. Whether or not you use Guesty, you need to make sure that your Booking.com account does not accept reservations, that a customer does not pay for that reservation, or you will have a huge headache on the back end. You're going to not pay Booking.com on principle, and then they're going to ban your listings. Happens every time. Some quick feature mentions that you're probably going to use with a channel manager is you can have unified reports. Instead of pulling reports from Airbnb, Booking.com, and VRBO and finding out how much money you made by doing a lot of crazy math work, your channel managers should all merge your revenues into one statement that your accountant can very quickly do its things. There are other API connections as well where you can connect to your accounting stuff and it can get done more simply, but you can still old school rip a CSV file and send it to your accountant. There's also marketplaces for most channel managers, and this is really cool stuff. Marketplaces allow you to connect to other softwares, people who are experts in their world. Like Price Labs, for example, would be on Marketplace. There'll be other softwares like Enzo Connect or SuiteUp or the Host Co. or all these other products that allow you to upsell people, retail products, sell early check-in, late checkout, touch stay, digital guidebook kind of stuff, pricing strategy stuff, market research data stuff. There's all sorts of cool stuff that you can do, including API connections to have your own direct booking website connect to a booking engine that is managed by your channel manager. That's also really cool. And I think the final thing that you need to know is if you're going to scale this business, you're going to have some risks that you need to protect yourself against. I had an employee steal $40,000 from me because they changed the VRBO listings payouts to their bank account on some of my listings. The wild, crazy thing about VRBO is there's not one central place that you put a payout on the account. It's at the listing level. Every single listing, you attach a bank account. And this is when I was being stupid. You can go back and watch the arc here. I took 2 years off of the industry, right? I took 2 years off of the space. I thought it was a cool thing, but there's stuff that I didn't have put together. We didn't have a fancy channel manager. We had a lightweight one that just connected calendars. And that was also a mistake because our channel manager did not allow us to create login conditions or roles where people could log in and see only certain things. Now, because of my channel manager, no one can log into the VRBO accounts. They don't have the passwords for that. No one can log into the Booking.com accounts. They can't log into Airbnb except for one co-host account that I created so they can do alteration requests and stuff, okay? If you scale this business and do not create controls that prevent theft and fraud within your company, such as time theft and wage theft and all this good stuff, you will have someone steal from you. It's just the way the world works. So channel managers prevent you from losing money in some really non-intuitive ways. And so I do really recommend that you sign up for one as you scale your business, because you do not want to sign up for one when you have 100 listings like I did. Big changes are hard. Little changes are easy. So start with a channel manager when you have like 5 or 10 listings. Or whenever you need to go on Booking.com, even if you have one listing, you should be on a channel manager because Booking.com is a pain in the butt. For example, I have property in Australia now, and Australia, more than half of the bookings come from Booking.com. And I would sooner die than not be using Booking.com through a channel manager because their software truly sucks and their support is even worse. But they are a necessary evil in the space. They are an OTA with customers that pay, and we have to work with them any way that we can. And moral of the story there too is you're probably mad at Airbnb for a couple of things. You have right to be mad, but they are, again, a necessary evil in the space until you have a direct booking website that can get all of your own customers. And in the future, I will teach you how to do that. I'm teaching my students right now how to run ads and how to create funnels where people will book under different promises and different ad campaigns, and we can find out what works and scale what works so that way we can be really profitable with our ads. So with that said, there's going to be a link down below that you can sign up for Guesty, try Guesty out. I highly recommend it for any serious operator who manages their own prices. Thanks for watching this video. By the way, you're a host. Airbnb is about to change their algorithm. If you haven't seen this video, watch this one next. It's nuts. It changes everything. I'll see you on the other side.